A long time. My initial plan, as with most teachers, is to be here for a year. I thought 2 maximum, pay off my student loan, do a bit of traveling, but now this August it'll be 11 years. Basic benefits for working for Hess, we're a big company, so we're able to offer a lot of different opportunities, different contracts. If someone wants to come and just do what we call a contract A, just teaching language school, which is generally from 4 o'clock till 9 o'clock, they make about 40,000 NT a month. And it gives them chances to, maybe they want to study or they want to just take it easy, whatever, experience the culture. That's an option. Another option would be contract B, which is teaching kindergarten in the morning and then the language school in the evenings. They make more money that way. They're teaching different variety of students, and they can make starting at about 70,000 NT a month. Contract C, which is full-time kindergarten, which is morning and afternoon kindergarten. So but you're just dealing with young learners, and that starts about the same. But it leaves your evenings free. With those different contracts, on top of all that, there's chances, you get raises every 6 months, so you can continually make more money. There's opportunities to do recordings, management, like to become a head teacher or NST area manager, coordinating head teachers and branches, curriculum development and design, web design, training, recruiting. So there's a lot of stuff that's incorporated into the opportunities for an NST, and I think because we're big, we can offer that. A small school couldn't do that. Our responsibility, and we tell teachers when they first apply, is to support them. And the support doesn't end after the initial training. You do 9 days of training and then you're to the branch. We have to train and assist people to adjust to living overseas. And so that's a big focus of our training as well. Like, the reason why we try to train in large groups is because the social network is so crucial. If we train people in a group and we want them to start communicating, sharing their email addresses, where they're at, things like that, they end up having a social network, someone who's basically experiencing something similar at the same stage of development. Another misguided notion that I personally have more issue with is people think, okay, I'm just going to go overseas and teach English, and think it's a big lark and a big joke. And and then that totally can be the case with some schools. That's not the case with us. If someone comes and they think they're just going to jack around and not take teaching seriously and to care about their students and to make sure that they're creating a safe, positive learning environment, we'll get rid of them. We don't want people like that. We're serious about teaching and serious about learning. That doesn't mean it doesn't have to be fun. We want a whole lot of fun in doing that, but it has to be someone who's willing to take that extra step. Well, welcome to my house. I live in an older building. The reason I've chosen to live here is because the rooms tend to be a lot bigger, more open concept than some of the newer buildings. I've got a big garden area outside, which is really important to me. I'm having some sort of green space to rest my eye on. Most people at home would, when they're students or whatever, they'll live in an apartment or a condo or something, but usually adults, and they'll end up having their own house, like a single family dwelling. That's really not common in Taiwan. Almost everyone, their home or their house is an apartment. I've made one bedroom just basically into a storage room and closet, so I have a lot of space there. And then just here's my bedroom. And in my bedroom, again, like antiques that I've picked up, or just things I've picked up in my travels, both from Hong Kong, China. This is actually a big painting that I picked up on canvas in Vietnam that I had framed in Taiwan. I just think it's really beautiful, very peaceful. So that's my bedroom. Basically, there's two basic choices for toilets here. There's a Western-style toilet, which we're very familiar with, and then what we call a squat and drop, like it's a porcelain, basically, hole in the floor. Generally, the custom in Taiwan is you carry your own toilet paper or your tissue with you because it may not be supplied in a public washroom. And then this room, I kind of made it into an office type of space, just to sit around. Sometimes we just sit around with friends and have a few drinks or a chat or whatever, do some paperwork, just plug my laptop in and do that. And again, just stuff that I've picked up from my travels. And you probably can see I like color too, so I like to have something really bright. Taiwanese friends and Western friends tease me that I'm half-half now. Sometimes they're like, you're actually becoming more Taiwanese than you're Canadian. But of course, I will forever have both. Also with kitchens in Taiwan, they tend to be quite small. The Chinese cooking style tends to be like with using a wok. You don't need like all these appliances that we tend to have in Western kitchens. But there's really lack of cupboard space, so I just put these racks in. So it allows me to store dishes and whatnot, as well as food stuff. So actually one time I was speaking with Karen Hess. She was visiting from the States, and she was one of the co-founders of our school. And I asked her, when you lived here for 12 years, what was the biggest change you'd seen? And she said cars. and she said, you know, people going from having bicycles and scooters and motorcycles to getting a car and driving a car the same way as they would drive a bicycle or scooter or a motorcycle, and making a U-turn in the middle of a major thoroughfare or whatever else. Quite easy to get cable and have English programs. For me, I tend to watch CNN, Discovery Channel, Travel and Living, that's more knowledge channel. And then of course you got your usual movie ones. You got HBO and things like that. Cartoon Network, which is in Chinese. So it's kind of cute to see some of your favorite cartoons in Chinese. Now we're going to begin our tour of the more modern side of Taipei, the cosmopolitan Taipei, at the best spot, Taipei 101, the world's tallest building. So we're first going to go up to the top, have a little look around, see some of the different sites of Taipei, and talk a little bit about that with you. A little bit of ways from 101, and we're looking at Sun Yat-sen Memorial Hall, which is a tribute or a memorial to Sun Yat-sen, or Sun Zhongshan, who was the father of modern China. Now I'm sitting at a more traditional Chinese reflexology massage shop, and first we soak your feet in different herbal medicines, I guess you could say, and then I'll have my feet massaged, which can be quite painful, especially if there's any sort of healing that needs to take place. The more painful it is, the more healing that's necessary, and a lot of the healing can affect your entire body just through your feet. And so I'll have that done, and then I'm just going to get some Bagwan done, which is to help release energy and all the bad blood or the bad energy, bad qi from my body, and I'll have it done to my back. So it'll be a massage, and then basically what you do is there's something you create suction, and it actually sucks the qi to, or the bad qi to the surface to help release it, and it creates sort of like round bruises on my back. Not terribly painful, but it's very good. It helps balance and helps release muscle problems and stuff. I feel great. I could just sleep here, actually. There is a dramatic difference between going from a Western country to an Asian country. I don't regret a minute, really. Like, I can't say I've always been super focused on a particular goal or anything. I've just really been enjoying myself as time goes on, and there's always new things popping up. Taiwan's a fast country, things change very quickly. Our company is growing so amazingly fast, and that's exciting and challenging, and it keeps me interested, and I'm a really, really strong believer in if I'm not enjoying something, to move on. I like to read, and you're busy with work and whatever, and you want to chill out a bit. I like to go to a coffee shop and sit and read for a while and relax. Maybe read something about work first, and then get into like reading about a novel or whatever, and just chill out. I like to go work out, exercise. I'm a bit of a yo-yo with the weight thing. I used to be really active in sports at home, and I've put on about 50 pounds in Taiwan, and I've taken quite a bit of it off, but I've put it back on again, and so now I'm sort of at the stage of trying to lose it again and get fit and get healthy again. So I try to get to the gym maybe 3 times a week. Mostly cardio, a little bit of weights, but cardio is my big focus for that. Where have I been? Oh, hello. I think I've been really lucky. I've been to heaps of places. Like Taiwan's sort of central in Asia, and so it's a wicked place to travel from. You're very central to go to Hong Kong, Japan, Philippines, Thailand, Malaysia. Even for North Americans, for us to go to Australia and New Zealand, it's really not so far. I think for me, if I'm traveling anywhere, I always want to hear from someone who's been there, and I'd just like to share, like for me, being here for 10 years, Taiwan's an amazing experience, and I recommend it to anybody. Well, we've left the pub. We're now on to bigger and better things. I'd bring you on up, but it's kind of a private club, so catch you next time. Hey Jared, can I get a Hogarden, please?